Hello and welcome to my second Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial I'll show you a quick and easy way to display your work, and a great way to do that is with an arty border effect. Here I've used the border we created in the previous tutorial, and if I turn this effect on and off you can actually see what a difference it makes to your images. So if you'd like to see your images looking this way, then please follow along with the rest of this tutorial and I'll show you how it can be done. If you've missed my first tutorial, please go back and watch the first one before continuing with this tutorial, as you will need the arty border to continue. Okay, we'll just close down this example file and then we'll get started. Right, so firstly we need two things. We need the arty border and we need our image that we're going to insert into the border. So if we come up to the File menu and select Open, and then browse for the images that you need. So I'm going to select the arty border and the photo I'm going to use for this tutorial. Once you've selected the images, click on Open to bring them into Photoshop. Now the next thing we need to do is to bring our photo and drag it into the arty border to get the desired effect. Now there are several ways to do this, but by far the quickest and easiest is by using the Move tool, which you can find at the top of the toolbar, and you can see it here. It's indicated by the little cursor and the arrow. So if you select that and hold down the Shift key, and then we're simply going to drag the photo on top of the border, and once you see the little plus sign appear next to your cursor, simply let go of your mouse and your photo will drop into place. The reason for holding down the Shift key is to keep the image centralized when we drop it onto the border. And once you've dragged your image across, you can actually close the image down as we no longer need it. Now if we take a look in the Layers palette, if you can't see the Layers palette by the way, simply come up to Window and choose Layers and you'll see it appear on the right hand side. You can also press F7, which is a shortcut to get the Layers palette up. Now if we look into the Layers palette, you'll see that the photo has dropped in as Layer 1 on top of the arty border, which is named Background at this time. Now to make our photo work with our arty border, all we need to do is simply change the blend mode. The blend mode can be found here in the Layers palette, and you'll see at the moment it's set to normal. So click on the drop down menu and select Screen Mode, and straight away you'll see the pixels pop through from the background layer below. Now it is actually possible that your photo is too big for the border, so to cure this we'll simply edit the photo and resize it. To do this, all you need to do is press Ctrl and T on the keyboard to move into free transform mode. If like me you can't see the bounding box, simply press Ctrl and the number 0 so you can actually see the bounding box appear. Then if you hold down the Alt key and drag one of the corner handles in, the image will resize itself. Once you're happy with the bounding box, simply double click inside to create the selection. Then you'll see your photo fits inside the border perfectly. Now there is one more thing we can do, and that is reverse the border so the photos appear to be coming out of a black border, which is also effective on a lot of images. So to do this, all we simply do is select the background layer from the Layers palette and press Ctrl and I on the keyboard. Now you'll see that the outside of the border has now gone black and the inside has gone white. Now when we click back on Layer 1, we'll actually see that it's not working in screen mode. So to fix this, all we have to simply do is change this to multiply, and once again you'll see your image appear, but this time with the black bounding box. So that's it, and that's how to add your image to an arty board. There is one last thing we need to do, that's just to flatten the image. If you come up to the layer menu and drop all the way down to the bottom, you'll actually see flatten image. If you click on flatten image, it'll take all your image into just one solid background again. Then you can save your image, file, save as, choose a destination, rename it, and save it. And that's all there is to it. That's how to add this nice arty effect. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. The next tutorial I'll be covering will be to show you how to embed a watermark onto your photograph and actually record it. So with the click of a button, as you can see here, you have a watermark embedded into your photographs. That's all for the next tutorial. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.